Bon, okay, so the XAOS, this is going to be a demo to show a presentation to show the XAOS, the Xzen audio operating system that I am coding and designing, architecturalizing and everything. So I'm going to start by recording audio for video, and so we're going to start on that. Everything on the XAOS exclusively functions with key commands, or things are automated and you have nothing to do, or you have your external MIDI controllers. But there's no use of the mouse at all. So in these options, I'm gonna do recording, option 5, record, XMSAVC, which I don't remember what it means at the moment, but it's something with video. So that's numpad 0. Now, if I'm ready, I can just go for it. /. This is to reset the sound card, because the sound card is always resetted before recording. It just ensures unconditional capture. That's the particularity of the present sound card I'm using, which is a US 366 by Tascam, but there's different requirements that can be coded in the XAOS to accommodate different sound cards, any kind of sound cards. So now we'll record in wave. Safer for now. This is so now it just started recording, and the counter is there. The counter is also going to be there whenever we recall the recording. I'm going to see. Okay, so now anyway I'm going to do 3 claps. For video synchronization after. And that's ready. We can press Alt. So now it's synchronized, and we can do whatever we want. We can move I'm going to move the microphone out of the view. And I'm going to set the microphone so I can sing in it if I need to exemplify better some things with the XAOS. And right now I have a number of options to go from there to be able to generate music, to get into the music. I'm going to abort that at the moment because for the presentation right now we're not going to go there. I'm going to do left Alt F1, which gives me all the key commands the XAOS is doing, but there's many pages to it, so I just keep on pressing F1 to go through all of the different key commands by group. This is the pedal board, and I'm not gonna go through everything right now. And some of it, of course, the video is not perfect. The colors is not the same as reality, and it does a lot of different type of distortion. Some of the MIDI implementation, more MIDI implementation, and this is the main key command. So F2. Oops, there's a score that is running ongoingly, so I'll explain that later. Now we can see, I recall the global recording QUI, like I call them, QUI, K-U-I, J-U-I, or G-U-I, is a keyboard user interface, graphical user interface. It's like because it's a keyboard user interface that function that commands the XAOS in between the user, and also MIDI controllers. And at the moment I don't have OSC, but I think I will get that, implement that. But anyway, so the recording is going, since it's very useful to see the recording. I could end the recording right now, but I just wanted to show that screen. I cannot show you how it looks like it starts recording at the moment, because I can only have one type of recording at one single recording at any time at the moment. So this another set of options if I want to launch. I'm gonna do it. Launch super Osaso is a super sound object, which at the moment the XAOS is not producing, hasn't been doing its DAW, and has encoded either VSTs or VSTIs, but that is the next big phase, is to do that. So let's do option 9. That's gonna start a super sound object. Right now the DAW is utilized by the XAOS for prototyping is the Renoise, and for the guitar is Guitar Rig 5, and a couple of synthesizers VST-I are Reactor 6, Gemini 2, and now, sorry, the sound started. I would be supposed to be performing right now, but I'm presenting the software. And as you can see, it is all setting up itself. It's going to keep on setting up the native instruments. Guitar Rig 5, there's about 11 of them, and they all need to be initialized for having a proper operation. So of course it's a little bit annoying to have to have all these mouse clicks to set up the native instruments, but it's going to be better when none of this happening when I will do the VSTIs. This is the XKO auto setting up. The little Windows screen there is just a little bug, but nothing major. It's gonna go soon. So now this environment has been set up, and that's gonna bring me to show you the XCKO, which stands for XAOS critical key operation, critical key command operations. At the moment, as you can see at the bottom of the screen, the XKO is in pause mode, so I'm going to press on pause on the computer keyboard and it's going to unpause. Now it's on the program screen, so I can change programs, which is presets from VSTIs. Now it's doing some serial morphing on the Gemini 2, and there's a little bit of feedbacks, but it's just because of some fine-tuning of sound engineering. I like everything very loud, so to not have feedback, I have to just do a little bit more tweaking. The BB is the beatbox page. The Windows not found has to do with another process that needs to be activated prior, so it didn't. Okay, so now I'm just gonna kill all of that.
Marks the spot. This is where, if you get lost, just find the sand pit.
Yeah.
And you can find your way.
Also, concatenation can start recording directly. It's like a punch in, punch out on a big reel-to-reel, but this is starts with 1 minute to 9 minutes, or a bunch of minutes here. Can be hours, up to 11 hours, or we can key in number of days or number of months, because with Wave 64 we can record for as long as we can record on an 8 terabyte, and the XAOS is at the moment, and it's not it's really intended, it's only recording in stereo. Basically, it's only recording the final total output of everything that has been done, so that it's real-time creation in music. So what is desired to be achieved is from the part of the performer, what you try to do is to always have a perfect performance, or near perfect, or the best performance possible, because you cannot go and edit the tracks and stuff like that. You have a stereo already mastered output, so it's like, it's a bit stressful in a sense. You may be stressed before recording, but you can always try again, and you get better at it, and you start to be doing not only improvisation, but with all the mechanisms that are provided by the XAOS. They are all there to help the performer to create a composition in real time on the fly, which is fully mastered and mixed and everything when it's finished, so it's total real time. And that gives a good challenge for electronic musicians, because what we're usually doing, we do a lot of tweaking, like I do a lot of coding, but all of that is so that I can do a live performance in studio or live. But the challenge is I have always to play at the best, and this has to do with meditation, ascension, and all of that, and it's something that I figured out gradually during the 80s, I think. Okay, Xznn. Well, in fact, I'm going to see if I can. Okay, I should start. Okay, I'm going to start a 5 concatenation. Let's say 2 minutes. Already recording. Concatenation capture will not occur, but it's doing the concatenation. This screen is a reminder of the score, but the concatenation keeps on going, and now it's it started, because here you have the number of seconds going down, and at 0 it's going to be finished. The concatenation term itself might not be the right one, but to me it always occurred to be like that. So when I coded it, that's what I was thinking, because in coding, concatenation doesn't mean exactly that, but that's in music. That's what I call concatenation in music. It starts, it's a 2 minute, you have a 2 minute thing going on, and it's going to stop it. And if it's recording, it's really cutting the recording and trimmed and mastered and everything, but for just 2 minutes. And you have 2 minutes, 9 minutes, 55 minutes, all this stuff that you saw even for months, but it automatically will stop the recording or the performance. So still a few seconds to go. I don't know what So at the moment it's going really good. I'm gonna check the time because I have to go. It's 5:55. That's pretty nice. So yeah, you're going to see what it does. It gives a visual
hypersensitive recognition.
Plus, of course, a sample to help the performer, if you don't look at the screen, to be like, okay, now it's finishing.
Everything is interlinked and everything needs revision. Also, there's the Xznn law, universal law, that was obvious because of the bank needs law enforcement.
So let's do something, show other stuff. Okay, this is the micro-montage. A bunch of micro-montage interface that I can play with like that. To create on the fly. Of course, this can be the samples of anyone, but these micro-montage typically, but they don't have to be like that, but it's a bunch of samples that can be played and cut. If I press again on F is now activated, as well as R, Y, and K, but if I press again on F, it's going to cut it. And I can create all sorts of textures pretty easily. And there's a few other things that it does, but right now I'm going to cut it short. I can cut all of these things by pressing numpad enter, and it cuts everything. Here it's for scores. In fact, I'm not going to go through that. This is a very nice interface and a nice, but at the moment I have to do a couple of tweaking because of Windows positioning, so I'm not going to go through it. This is for broadcasting. We've been having problems with broadcasting because basically YouTube and everybody else don't really want us to broadcast, so we let go of maintaining this, but this was working perfectly well to broadcast like a radio station, internet radio station. This is for making the videos to go get the Fusion, Sony Vegas, and etc. to edit videos. This is some utilitaries to open DAWs. Okay, the concatenation. These are for videos, just similar to micro-montage, but for videos. So I can recall one. Of course, they can be displayed full screen or any size and multiple, but and these options there are for resetting the sound card and pretty low level stuff as far as music performer, but that are very important. This is a computer keyboard pedal board, because I can use a normal computer keyboard as a pedal board for a guitar player to make the gear very light, because I would like to be able to just go like a DJ. I have just a laptop in the back, but since I play guitar and vocals, I need a little bit more gear. This is very important. It's the levels, Sunsnake sounds levels, and it's all the different levels that will eventually be coded into the XAOS and being able to flow multidimensionally. But of course, the computers are still very slow. With many computers, it can be achieved, and with a lot of coding. But right now but that's the core, one of the perspective on the core vision for the XAOS. Okay, this was just again, it's the XKO. We call the XKO. These are the different pages of the XKO. This is a computer keyboard. The computer keyboard is for really having no problem with the focus of the computer keyboard. It always works. Now the video stopped, so that's why the sound stopped. So I think I'm gonna micro-montage. So we did a good tour, good enough. I'm gonna kill the recording, and we're gonna see what it does.
Marks the spot. This is where, if you get lost, just find the sand pit.
Yeah.
And you can find your way.
Now the recording is still recording, and we're at 26 minutes and 31 seconds, 32. So we have various options, but we're going to do delete.
Yeah, exactly.
And of course, it's killing all the other softwares that are running before ending the recording, and it's providing a number of micro-montage samples to be able to act as final editing of the song and the performance. And now the performance is the recording is, the capture has been 26 minutes 54 seconds. And it can be looked into Wavelab, Renoise, and ideally, eventually in our own proprietary editor. So I'm going to cut that. That was a tour of the XAOS with very bad colors, and but it's better because it's, I don't know if I'm going to put that as open source or if it's going to be proprietary, but it's still in the prototype phase, and when it's going to be generalized enough, this will be decided. So what I mean is, like, maybe it's a good idea that the video is not so clean and, you know, not too precise, since it's still under creation. Okay, thank you very much. Xznn.